Oh, thank you for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about opening balance equity, how to fix opening balance equity, either days or amount or both in QuickBooks Online. So I'm going to go to QuickBooks Online and go over uh, uh, everything. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels and leave a comment if you have a question. All right, I'm going to go to QuickBooks Online and explain it to you. Okay, so I'm on QuickBooks Online, and so the opening balance equity, that's the one you see on the on your balance sheet or register on the equity side, like this one. This is the one we're going to talk about. So this is basically recording your historical transaction and um, balance at a certain point. It could be your bank account. It could be your customer receivable (AR) accounts receivable, or it could be uh, accounts payable, or it could be your inventory, or it could be anything else. If you owe money to a certain loan company, and you're just starting, you've been paying those bills, making loan payments, and now you subscribe to QuickBooks Online, and you don't want to go back and record all previous year's transaction. You just want to start the starting point, so that's the opening balance equity. So just because you are recording historical transaction in QuickBooks, in accounting, you have always debit and credit. For example, on bank account, you have the opening balance, starting balance, and that's your debit to your bank account on the balance sheet, and the credit has to go someplace, and QuickBooks will just post it to opening balance equity account. Same thing with accounts receivable, uh, you have some certain customers, they owe you money, and instead of crediting revenue normally, it will just basically, because that happens to be from previous years, it will just post to opening balance equity. And the other side, it's you owe some money to your vendors and on certain bills, and it'll be setting up accounts payable. So that's like a credit, and debit goes to the opening balance equity. And let's say if you have a loan, same thing. You owe some car company, you borrowed and making monthly payments, and so the balance you have, it's a loan, and then debit goes to opening balance equity. So as you can see, the opening balance could be debit or credit, so depending on how much back and forth you have. So that's the focus of this video. And so now what happens is whenever you set up account the opening balance, it could be let's just say bank account. Okay, let's just say bank account. Let's say I'm setting up checking account, and it will ask you, when do you want to set up this? This is say today, or put the balance there. What could be, beginning of the year. So if you want the transaction for the full year, then you start the beginning of this year, and depending upon how the bank will connect your bank account, uh, so depends, how long you can go back and download banking transactions if you're going to bank connect, and download banking transactions. Okay, so this is one way, and once you set up the account, then you can go back and create the account balance, opening balance. So for example, I have a, let's just say, Chase checking. Okay, so Chase checking, if you go to the uh, edit, and now this is the balance, and there's no way, you can create opening balance, but you can do it if you just go to the view register, and then you can say date, whatever date one. Just say you forgot to uh, put in the opening of the beginning balance, and now your balance is up. So it's basically, let's just do the one with these fewer transactions. Okay, so let's just say this one, and you don't have the beginning balance. This is another one. Okay, so you have a huge balance in here, but you forgot to put the opening balance. All we have to do is go to date here, so it won't be check. It will just be, let's say, let's just say journal entry. So it'll be, account will be opening balance equity, and then uh, you know, so basically you just create your date. Let's say this one goes back to 2021. Like this, and just put the deposit amount. Because this is the bank account, you're creating a bank balance. So it'd be like, let's say you have $7,000 opening balance here, like that, and you just save it. And then you have created the opening balance equity, because you forgot to create one when you created this account. Okay, so that's the bank account, and let's just go to the customer, that AR. It's the same thing. So when you create a new account, then new customer. So in here, you select the opening balance, as of this date, and then just put, do create an opening balance, okay, and then could be your vendors, accounts payable, same thing, in here, and could be your adding inventory asset, or could be anything, so let's just say inventory in here. You go in here. So on this one, it's basically this inventory one, and when you create it, it will ask you the quantity in here. See in here, you have to put the quantity one, and you have to put in the amount in here, the cost here, and it will basically debit your inventory asset and credit your cost, your opening balance equity account. Okay, and it could be any other accounts. It depends. So basically, all you have to do is, um, if you have a wrong opening balance amount, or the date is wrong. Sometimes the date could be wrong, and you can reconcile the bank account. So just go to the opening balance equity account, the place where you went. All right, and click the view register, and then basically you just fix anything you want. Let's say this one, you want to change the date instead of 2017. You want to change it to, you go to edit, click edit, and then just change the date here. Let's say 10/19. Could be any date you want, and then just basically save it. All right, so it could be bank account. It's the same thing. I have a whole bunch of inventory asset account. Let's say this one in here. This is the credit card opening balance. So it could be, see, it's automatically. So you can change the date here, and if you want to change the amount in here, let's just say it's the wrong amount. So it'd be, let's say, uh, $4,500, like this, and then save it like this. And let's say you want to, oh, you have a duplicate opening balance. The bank also created opening balance, and you already have created opening balance somehow in QuickBooks manually. Let's say this one, and you can delete the whole thing, or you already saw how we change it. You can delete it, the duplicate one, and then it will fix it. You can change the date, you can change the amount, and then you will fix it. So that's how to fix your opening balance equity, dollar amount, change date, or just delete, or void. Okay, so that's the focus of this video. Hope it's helpful. Thank you. Bye.